Hi. Hi.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Good.
Very good. What about you?
Very good. I watched all your webinars. Yesterday I watched all of them. And I commented on all of them. I was like, even sorry for commenting on every single webinar, guys. But so I was like,
I did see you were on fire. I had like a lot of notifications.
Exactly.
But it's good. It's great. It's good to hear that at least you had fun and and enjoying some of it.
Yes.
Yeah. Good.
Really so guys, as usual, when we start, I think everyone can hear us. Welcome Dorothy as well. And hi Enrico, hope you're doing well. And thank you for the video, by the way. We will do progress together, no problem. So, how I want to approach the call today is that I'm going to first start with sharing some great insight about the software that I mentioned you last week, which is Convertri. And I'm going to talk about a little bit about Aweber, which is another software. So those things are basically the things I want to talk today, and then we take up by the end some question. Okay, sounds deal? Cool.
Deal.
Awesome. Okay. So to begin with, I'm going to share with you that those things are basically paid software that will help you to implement and automate your business. And regarding Aweber, is a software that is an automation for emails. So what you actually do, the best part of this software is that you create the emails, you create from scratch, and regarding the business that you want to talk about. In this case, if, for example, Dorothy is about honey, let's create an emailing list where we are basically giving value to those subscribers in relation to honey. What are the benefits? What are the features? When is the next coming product in the near future? All those things that can engage your client and engage your customer on keep them, let's say, connected to you. And the other software instead is about landing pages. Anything that is in relation to your first time you ever meet your client. And let's say we meet on the street and we are saying to each other, hi, nice to meet you. What's your name? That's it. And then you start to have a conversation. So a landing page is your first presentation that your client will ever see. Now, usually when we talk about a campaign or something that you are building in terms of structure marketing, you can create blogs or you can do video on YouTube, for example, and then you create a campaign on a specific platform like Google, Facebook, Instagram, or whatever. And from there you are creating, let's take the first example is a blog. So your blog, we're going to have content which is written. Okay, and we're going to have, if it's organic, you will going to basically have some organic research from people going on Google and find you basically. And they find you just from a written content, a written title, and a very tiny small description. If they click on it, then they come up this landing page. And on this landing page is where you are actually presenting your product or service, and you explain a little bit about yourself. Now, to begin with, I would like to share the screen. So, everyone can see my screen, right? Yes? Cool. Okay, awesome. So I'm going to go straight into the software. So for those of you who doesn't know, let me move a little bit this thing, yes, down here. Okay, I will go back and then I'm show you a little bit about what it is and what you can do actually with the Convertri. Now this is my actual account, and by the way, I did purchase this one for I think $300 for 1 year. And it was a very great deal. that one of the SFM member found it. So he shared with us, and we all take chance to do so. So it was a very lucky time. And now they are basically completely closed down in terms of basic membership. They are only gonna have pro membership. So it's gonna cost a little bit more, but it's absolutely worth it every single dollar.
Penny.
And one feature, as I already shared with you last time, if some of you remember, is the load speed page. It will take about 3 seconds to load anything you put on that page. And by that, what you will do is that first of all, the client will actually be quicker to see your page, and he will not have any distraction, or maybe he's on the bus and he's gonna look in this, and then it doesn't load with the 3G. Okay, gone. The client is gone forever. And the other way as well is that Google or any platform are willing to have great experience customer. So it's important that when you are sharing with them anything, it needs to have a decent amount of speed, so that the experience for their customer in their social platform, it will always be a pleasure things to experience. So I have took an example.
Let me just say something first. So starting out with this SFM and technical stuff, I was really not technical at all, but literally this converter is the easiest ever, even for me. So I think that that's a huge plus as well. That actually it's a very easy, straightforward program to build anything on. So
you will see. You will see in a second. So I'm gonna go into a funnel which I've created, and those are my current, let's say, landing page. And to show you some insight, I'm doing currently split test. A split test basically is you are comparing two different landing page. And for example, if you can see here, there's two different titles. One is what about the plan B? It's Save It's a Good Plan for Your Future. And then the other one is, it's not just the money you and I are chasing, it's actually peace of mind. And I simply want to see, in relation to my video, both those titles are a script that is in my current video. So I wanted to see how those two written words are related more to different people. And as you can see here, the percentage at the moment, the winner is by far 1% only. But I will say this is a still
it's
very low number. Only 1,300 visitors, pretty low. And conversion is, of course, 108, and this is about 160 almost. So this also gives you an aware, like this is actually happening live. Tomorrow you can go and see what has happened, and it's absolutely helpful. And you can do this with any kind of page. Now, if you want to, let's say, create a page for your new business in terms of honey, let's take it the honey, Dorothy, yeah? So if we go here, I create a new page. Now, Convertry by default is giving you plenty of template that is already there. And some of them is for your own field, some of them is totally different field, restaurant, hotel, vacation, like you can find anything down here. It's absolutely amazing, right? And you can just select and preview, and it's going to show you what it is. And you might like it, you might not like it, you close, and then you go next. And you have a look, and then you share which one you like. Or if you want as well, you have the option to create a page from scratch. So it's just white canvas. And what I did is that I have chosen one here, and I'm going to edit page as a test. Now, as you can see here, okay, we are in the interface, right? Should I say interface? Inside Converter, yeah.
I don't even know what interface
Interface,
means.
I don't know. I remember somebody used this word. Anyway, now you can see this is already a template already created. And now I'm just going to show you how I can change anything. Now these are all small blocks. And let's change this into your honey make you any suggestion? No, all done.
Healthy and happy.
Wait. Make you healthy.
Makes, yeah.
And happy. Anyway, just keep this as an example. Now you can see here that up here you have all the type of font, the size. So this is usually my font, and I want to have it as a size of 40. So it's going to increase. You should select all, and it's going to increase by 44, let's say. And then you adjust how you want it. You can do exactly the same down here. You can create bold. You can even change color up here. You want it in red and so on.
Very
so it's
straightforward.
very straightforward. And then I want to share with you like even a picture you want to change. Let's say this background we wanted to change. You go here and you go change image, and you can upload from your current laptop if you have it. At the moment I will choose an existing one.
But we don't have any honey pictures.
Yeah. And let's say this is a great one, and usually what we do, we're trying to have the written part in a place where it's possibly to visible and clearly we can read without any problem. Yeah, so you will basically choose where you want to place it. It's literally with your finger. So it's very, very,
You
very...
see, this is even easier than WordPress, because here you're really literally just dragging it wherever you want, and that's just how it looks.
This is absolutely amazing. I mean, I never discovered and experienced something like that before. Anyway, we go further, and you can see here there's a tab to the left, and there is different things that you can choose: text, image, form element. Let's take this for example, which is a big part of SFM, since we are actually generally we are not selling any kind of service or product. We are actually promoting. So what we do, we want to acquire leads. We want to acquire people that they might be interested in our service and share with them our famous video series that they have created, or even the webinar. So
yeah, so basically our call to action is not to sell at the landing page. Our call to action is to receive their email.
Yes, acquiring leads.
Yes, yeah. Acquiring leads.
So you can see down here, if, for example, your landing page for your honey is straight into a sale page, so you want to sell over there, then you even have the possibility to put your credit card input. And of course, you need to connect this within your payment, whether it will be Stripe or any software that is available out there that will make your life much easier. And even though like you want to have one on the top, and then let's say we scroll down and we want to have something else on the down, we simply click here, clone. I have another one, and I go dropping down and put it where I want. So this is very, very easy. Another thing, as we usually need, we have form elements here. Let's say I want my first name and email. So I have those two here. And instead of having, yes, let's say it will be like this, okay? Now, this is very straightforward because up here in these forms, if I select, on my left, if I go down below, there is HTML forms. When I click here, there is new form, select existing form, or query string argument. Now this, just leave it. You go and have either new form, And generally, you go and select from a form from HTML code. I'm going to share in a minute what I mean by that. But I'm just to show you here, I have here an existing one. And this come up, for example, Caroline, homepage, Davide. This is my free form that I generally use. And at the moment, it's activated this one from Caroline. So potentially, since I already done the setup, if I go in save and preview, I think internet is having a hard time now, having Zoom as well. So you can see here, it's still not changed my things. Yes, now yes, correct. So if I want to put here the name and email, I should have a button which is connected to those two. So there is an action over this button, right? That I'm going to share with you in a minute. But this is very straightforward. This is normally what you find on our landing pages in general, and any landing page that is requiring, like where people want to acquire leads. Now let's move very quickly into Aweber. So this is the software Aweber. You can see this is our dashboard at the moment. It's saying to you how many subscribers are active at the moment, how many you added today, and how many you added yesterday, and how many unsubscribed today. And to basically create your own form and put it on your page, you simply need to go here and sign up form, and you create your own. Right here, there's a button where you can create. So I'm gonna create one just for the fact of showing you how. And here is the page where I'm basically entitled to create. There is pre-made template, which I don't use at all. What I only use, that I need this character here. I'm going to delete anything that I don't need, because I only want a name, an email, and not even a submit, but this you are forced to keep it here. So what you're gonna do here, I'm not gonna share with you the tracking, because there is an extra tools that I might share with you later. It's not a tool, sorry, it's things that I'm gonna do when I wanna tracking things. All these things on my left are things that will be related to my campaign that I'm running in YouTube. So basically, YouTube is gonna give a code to each people that's become a lead or subscribes. And by that, I can see from this code, I can see on my Aweber, when I receive the notification, there is all this code line down for me. And I can use them to track from which campaign they've been coming from. So therefore, I know where is my quality clients here.
The thing is that when you start out, you probably will have one campaign running. So then you know, obviously, that all leads are coming from that one campaign. So when we need the tracking, it's more when we have multiple campaigns. So in our case, for example, we started off by doing campaigns together. So we had one as well, and we didn't use at all tracking. But at the moment, we're actually splitting up our things. So we're still sending everybody to the same channel, but as a front end, so as a front campaign, we actually have two separate. And that's when actually we need then the tracking.
To understand from which campaign it's coming
from mine or from his, or even he have now two actually different videos, so two different campaigns. Yes. So it's also important to know which one they're coming from in order to understand which one should we put more money into the marketing and which one should we not.
Yes.
So it's then this stuff becomes really important. But to start out, I don't think
it's relevant for you. Yeah. This is just an overview of the potential.
Yeah.
What it is actually. Then my web form, I'm gonna name it test, and thank you page. For now, I will have basic version, but you can even customize on Convertri a landing page, and you can just copy the code, the link. You paste it, over here, any link, and then you will be able to actually automatically, once a person click submit, so they insert their name, surname, and submit, they click submit, they go into another page, which is a thank you page. And this thank you page stands for actually saying thank you for trusting, and here what to expect next, basically is it. So this is also another great potential as well. I think it's very worth it to have a landing page, even with a video, where you're actually saying thank you, and here is actually what you need to do. So save your form, go to step 3, and now you need to select, I will install my form by myself, magically. So you click here, and you go in your right, raw HTML version, and you get this code down here. Now, make sure you go down here. Here it says include beautiful form styles, uncheck to get unformatted basic form, and we will uncheck it because we just want a basic, straightforward form. So we click here, copy, we go back to Convertry, into our form, HTML, and then I will create new form from HTML code. And then I will say test, I will paste here the code, and I will press create. And in order to activate this, I need to clear the form which is currently activated, like this. So like this, no one is active yet in the page, and I'm going to select the test one. Exactly. I'm going to press done, and basically it's it. So anytime, basically, I'm going to show you. I'm going into, let's say, my landing page, anyone who subscribed. I'm going to go here to subscriber, manage subscriber, and let's say edit today. I'm going to select edit today, and those are all the emails of the people. If I click on one, for example, here to my left, it will says Google, YouTube. This is a number that they assigned to the campaign, and a G-click code. Basically, this is all I see and all I need. And you can see even from the, down here the location, the time, and you can see that they start to receive the email. So this is actually the best tool ever, because allow you to see actually how people are moving, how people are going through your emails, if the emails are working, if the emails are not working. For example, now what my goal for the moment is to increase the rate of opening email. Because at the moment, if I show you, this is my follow-up series. It means the first verified email that my client will receive with the video series of Stuart and Jay. And you can see that the percentages, especially the first one, is quite low. It should be, I think, over 30 to 40% and onwards. So it's my challenge here is to understand what it is. That maybe it's a spam folder. Maybe people are actually attending in a different way, because I am testing another strategy. In the thank you page, they will get access already to video 1. So if I give them the possibility, they probably don't even open the first email because they already jump into the videos. They are still exciting. So in this exciting mood, they are actually willing to watch straight away. Mm. And so this is it. That's why probably, I'm not sure yet, I need to find out, probably my percentage is lower compared before. Anyway, this is in short, and it's pretty short, I must say, Convertry and a Weber. Now, any question on that? Just say no? Yes?
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
So you were showing to put your card details on the landing page, but that was just to show us we don't put any card details on the landing page because this is only for the emails, right?
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, it depends. If you're promoting SFM, then you don't need to put any card details anywhere because they're not buying directly to you. If you're selling, Davide showed because Dorothy has an idea to sell, or she is selling honey. And in that case, it might be, she might need to sell right away. Then you sell a product, and in that case, you would need to. Because it's a product that she's selling. But for if you're promoting SFM, no, you don't need. You need the opt-in form with what Davide showed with the HTML code.
Yes.
Perfect.
So if in the future you might need guidance or an help, I'm actually willing, and I have in plan, but it's not near future, it will be a little bit later, that I'm gonna create some training, although there is some other members that have been already created training on Convertry and Aweber, how to optimize and how to use it, these tools they're best because they can really make your result increase on a high percentage, definitely. So it is something that it's very, very, very powerful, and it's, to be honest, it's a low cost investment for something that you want to build as a business. Generally, I'm always comparing with a physical business. Generally, if you want to build a physical business, a shop, you need to have a lot of things, a lot of startup capital to start your own business. Here, with few $100s a year, we are safe. The risk is low, but the potential is high, massive. So this is always why I compared it. Those money are really well invested, I must say. So if we don't have any more question regarding this, we can jump into any other question that you might have. Anything that comes along your journey.
Yeah, okay, go ahead.
Cool.
I've got one question. So how to start? Do you think that, for example, with my honey business, I should start from building landing page, or I should start from building an ad, or buy the Convertry membership? What's the
steps? Okay.
Yeah, what do you think?
Can you write down this for me, because I love it. These are gonna create some great steps ahead for you. Now, to be honest, the first thing you need to know is which strategy I'm gonna use to acquire clients. Whether if it's organic, whether if it's paid advertising. That is entirely up to you, and is entirely about in relation to your budget. So after you define that, I'm sure you should create for a, let's say, a website. It's a must if you want to give more content value in relation to landing instead of the landing page, because in the landing page, if you are selling a product, there is all about the product. There is not much about you, but the story, for example, is all about what the product will do, what the benefits are, and all the other things that you should create it in the story, in the landing page story. So this is for sure. You need to first define this step and then take it onwards with Convertry. For example, if we choose organic means that you want to rank online on Google organically. So you will try to get some training somewhere how to rank on Google with free traffic. Yeah. Now, once you learn this, you know what to do. And
it's not something that takes one day to be ranked in Google.
No, because it's a process. Yeah. So you will start to have, for example, I know for a fact that you need to have content. Google will start to be very good on define content value, which is relevant to their audience, and therefore you will be actually more not lucky, but more entitled to achieve this ranking. And they can easily define who is just a quick get rich quick, or something that doesn't actually benefit. It doesn't give beneficial to their clients. So Google starts to define this a lot. That's why organic is always the best things to test, but it will take more time, but it's definitely possible, absolutely. And in that case, for example, if you want to rank on the Google, you still potentially want to have a landing page which is loading fast. So once a person type down honey for my kids, and then you actually come up, hello, I'm here in London, I can deliver it to you, for example. And in that particular link, you can click and you will be so fast loading and so much explaining of your product and what is their benefit for their kids in that particular case, for example, that they actually are grateful that they have been clicking, and they might even if they don't buy from you at this specific moment on the click, they might go and search for you for your own website. They might go and search on Google. They open another page and go to Google for your own website. They find you, and then on the website you have all the materials, all the content of all the blogs that you have created with time.
The thing is that Google wants a good customer experience. So if you want to be highly ranked, basically you need customers, of course, to click through. So your text has to be great. But then also they're checking, like there's many things, but these are only a few of them. So they're checking also how long time your customer spends on your website or on your landing page. So by that means, that's why Davide says when you only have a landing page and you only have a little bit of text there, they're gonna go in, have a look quickly, and then bounce off again. Or even if they opt in, but they don't get a lot of value out of clicking into your page. So what Google wants, they want that basically you create a page where they're spending a lot of time. So there's going to be maybe article, there's going to be a video, they can even research something else, they can click, between different pages on your website, so the customer stays there for a longer time. So there needs to be a lot of different things on your page if you want to be ranked organically. I think though, when you're asking what to start up with, right? Like that was your question. I think that the first thing that we need to do in general is always start with the front end. So whenever you go into something, really start from beginning. So start from where your customer's coming in, because actually we don't need to have everything figured out in order to start our business. We just need to be 1 or 2 steps ahead of our customer. So start always with of course, you were on our webinar a few weeks ago when we talked about avatar, right? So this is definitely, your number one is always to make sure who is your avatar, dig deep into understanding their pain points, what it is they want, all of these things. From that avatar exercise, you can create an ad, and you can even start creating content from that. And then thereafter, then you will go in and you will see, okay, I need a landing page. Okay. Conversion definitely is a very good landing page. How do you say? Builder. You could call it a builder.
Yeah, builder. Yeah.
So definitely that will be an amazing thing. But if you can't, if you don't want to throw in those money right away, a WordPress landing page is fine too. As long as you have somewhere where to send them. So you have an ad and you need to send them somewhere. You need to have that. And then obviously, if it's leads you want to create, then of course you would need then the WordPress as well in order to keep them on, so you don't waste those leads.
On a web unit.
Yeah. So you don't. If you don't have that connection, then you will just lose them, right? In the end, even though they do purchase, but they might get lost. You won't ever hear from them again. So what you want is always to create a customer that then you can resell. Again and again and again, right?
Yeah.
So
the fact, sorry to interrupt.
No, that's right.
The fact that actually generally when you have an e-commerce in that case, which is your case, I guess, and when you have these selling products, you are actually in the selling, you are collecting emails because they need to give you their details, right? So automatically through a sale, they become a lead anyway. So it depends all from your strategy that whether you want to acquire only leads. For example, I'll give you an example with my strategy when I did with my food products, import-export. Basically, I was having 2 strategies. One was about selling. So there was I was not having any convertry, any of those fancy things. I was doing very.
We didn't know a lot.
I asked a lot to my the guy who did my website. I asked him, listen, I would like really to have this. Is it possible? And then he did it for me. So I wasn't really a tech skill at all. Then the more I get attracted to it, the more I wanted to learn, and therefore now I know.
And actually, sorry, can I just say one thing before? Sorry.
Maybe.
So actually, what we did back then, we started by making the amazing website, and then what? And then what? It's just there. Nobody knows about it. Nobody cares about it.
Idea.
But it's beautiful. I mean, it's amazing. But
I had no idea how to bring people showing my beautiful web shop and leave happy customer. I didn't know at all how to do it. Not even imagine. Like, I just wanted to have sale.
Yeah.
I know now it's out. Now I need to make sale. That's it.
Yeah. So we started from the back end. Do you see what I mean? So we started with the product. We knew we had an amazing product because everybody who tasted it thought it was amazing and so tasty. So we knew that. So we knew it could sell because in Italy it's selling amazing. Everybody in Denmark who tried it loved it. So we thought, okay, fine, let's bring it to Denmark. Let's sell it, like that. Except it didn't happen because we only had the product and the website, but we didn't know how to acquire any customers.
People.
We didn't know even which type of customer that we needed.
Yeah.
So definitely start in the front end with the ad. Start with the avatar. From the avatar, create the ad and start creating content. And then from there on, you will need to have some type of landing page, either if it's in Convertri or WordPress. And then, of course, if you want to keep the leads, then Aweber is a must too.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, so probably she answered to the
But
question.
I think that if you want to have a really amazing website and stuff, you can easily wait. It doesn't have to be right now.
Yeah, but I think I can try to build something, at least a kind of, draft, and then build that part more, and then build this part more,
Sure.
and then create.
Sure.
Yeah,
one key factor that can help you, put it on the paper first, and then you will have a much better idea what you want, what you don't want. Yeah. Even how many pages.
Yeah, I just went through that exact process, with my bachata business, and I just went scrolling in different websites, and then I just looked for the setup. So how did I like it? Okay, here is nice with a picture. Here is nice with some videos. Okay, I need some testimonials. I need some this. I need some that. Whatever. And then actually I went in and I just took my notebook and I just started drawing. And then after that, then I went into WordPress and then found a theme which fitted what I wanted, what I needed. And then I started adjusting it. So that was a pretty easy way how to do it, because then I knew, okay, my homepage, and then I just looked in my notebook. Okay, I want this, this, and this on it. Next. I need my contact next, like that. But we can talk about this in another day.
Any question,
More
guys,
details
please
how to
feel
create
free
that.
to write in the Facebook group or private message. We're trying to take it as much as possible in the next webinar. I know time is limited, probably.
Yeah, it's gonna close.
Zoom
in
is
1
going to
minute.
close down anyway. So I hope we have answered and we've shown you quite of good content today. And I wish you all the best. Okay.
Thank you.
Talk to you soon. Take care,
you.
everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.